Hey guys, hope you guys are having an amazing day so far. Your boy is back with another subreddit video, and today we're doing one of my personal favorites on this channel, r/Tinder. If you guys didn't know, r/Tinder is where people post very goofy conversations and profiles from various dating apps. And every time we do one of these, I bust out dying because there's always some silly characters. So I'm excited to dive into this with you guys. If you guys are new to my channel and you enjoy content like this, we do it every single day. So make sure you guys stay up to date by hitting the subscribe and the notification bell and help me towards my goal of 20,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I mean, we are growing at a crazy rate. So thank you everyone who's been supporting so far. Also hit the like and comment section down below. If you do enjoy the video, it helps me a lot with the algorithm. And if you want to support the channel even further, I have a Patreon set up. It's going to be the first link in the description box down below. There's daily extended and exclusive content on the Patreon for all the members. And especially with videos like r/Tinder, there's a lot of NSFW stuff that I genuinely cannot put on YouTube, as you guys can imagine from dating apps. But we're going to be talking about that today in the Patreon. So if you guys want to check it out, it's going to be there. Also, thank you to the deluxe members, and let's get into today's video. All right, r/Tinder. So I am being safe. I pre-queued all the ones that we're gonna look at today or read today, and then we're gonna save the really raunchy ones for the Patreon. All right, first one up. Okay, the subject says, okay, 6. Most spontaneous thing I've done. We got somebody's profile from Hinge, and the prompt is most spontaneous thing I've done, and it says shat my pants. I love that. If I see this on Hinge, and they're attractive to me, that's an automatic swipe for me. That's so funny. We've all been there. I've definitely shot myself. I mean, I told you, I think for an adult, I've probably done it more than the average guy. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it's my bowels or my like unluckiness with food poisoning, but I've definitely like soiled myself probably once a year, if I'm being honest. And then let's look at the comments. Probably seeing if dudes will read or just trying to match, lol. I don't know. It's to me, that seems like somebody has a good sense of humor because that's like hilarious. Joke's on her. I swiped because of the comment. No guy even reading that after looking at her bikini pic. All right, next one. Day 187 of me being single. All right, we have a Hinge conversation here. And then the other person sends, I don't match with younger men, but ask away, my friend. Or ask away, friend. That's weird to say, like, friend. I'm like on a dating app, but okay. OP goes, age is just a number. What truly matters are the vibes and compatibility. Yeah, I somewhat agree with that. I mean, I do have like a parameters, but if you're within the parameters, like age is just a number. Then she says, I want someone who's able to travel a lot and semi-retired. Oh, so she wants like old then. Well, I wonder how old she is actually. Semi-retired and travel a lot. Interesting. Someone in the comments said, cringe conversation aside, 187 days isn't that long, my friend. Yeah, dude, if you think 187 days is long, I've been single now for, let me pull up my calculator. Roughly, oh, wow, that's actually kind of sad. Over 1,000 days. Holy crap. Because I've been single now for almost 3 years. So it's around 1,000 days. Oh my God. Wow. Your boy has been single. I'm just now realizing that. Someone said just calculated 1,625 days. How are y'all doing? Wow, 8,760 pretty much on the dot. That's crazy. All right. The next one says, I am shocked this worked. So somebody on Tinder sent one of those like illusions gifts, and it says, you want me, you want me, you want me, you want me. That's actually so funny, and I love that intro. I'm actually might steal that. That's such a good intro line. And then it actually worked. The girl or whoever, the other person said, no hypnotization needed. I do want you. Wow, smooth with it. For some reason, I also want you. It's working on me too. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one. That's a great intro line. I'm going to blur this one just in case, but the subject says, this guy has I don't know if I can say this on YouTube, a special thing that they like with cuddling. It starts with an F, if you guys know that word. I think I could say it, but don't want to risk it. So we're going to have a Bumble conversation here, and it says, the other person says, I'm looking for someone who is very bossy and wild. Wild opening line. But then OP goes, oh, that's not me. Sorry, hun. He goes, yes, ma'am. What? Please let me know if you ever change your mind. You are a very gorgeous woman. OP goes, oh, thank you. You're super cute too. but I am by nature very meek to the point of submissive sometimes. Bossy just ain't in me. I'm surprised, like, she's continuing this convo, but okay. He goes, I'm very submissive to beautiful women like you. Brother, we get it. You already said this like 3 times now. And then she goes, thanks, but I'm pretty traditional in relationships. Men lead and are equal. Not looking for a guy that's submissive to me. I do hope you find that person though. See, I respect that. She's being honest. It's obviously not going to be a match because, you know, she's got preferences. He's got different preferences. Then he goes, yes, ma'am. I'm definitely not an equal to you. What? You should be put on a pedestal and treated like a queen. That's such a that's weird. I feel like that's a weird thing to say on dating apps, or am I tripping? Comments are funny. It says you two could never date because no one would decide where to go. Yeah, both of you guys are just like, no, you take the lead. All right, we're moving on. Was this a weird question or am I overthinking it? That's the subject. So someone else says, hi. OP goes, hey. They go, what are you looking for? I'm here for something serious, but I'm not rushing into anything. I want to start as friends, build a connection, and see where it leads. What about you? It's a great answer. That's a solid way to respond to that. The other person goes, you have a type? Not acknowledging at all what she said. She literally addressed what you're looking for and then said, what about you? And then you just completely disregarded that. Do you have a type? Then she goes, answering a question with a question is interesting, but nah, I don't. And same for being single for a while. What have you mainly dated? Lol. White guys, black guys, Latinos. I love how like that's important to this person. You didn't even address the other answer and then question, and you just go straight into what race do you like? It seems like they're either insecure about their dating, like specific preferences and stuff, or something. I don't know. I have no clue. I would ask if he's doing a survey. Yeah, it does kind of sound like that, huh? Yeah, it's being weird. Bringing up race is almost always a weird and red flag. I mean, like, I can kind of understand if they have a very specific preference, but I would never say something like this right off bat. Like, that's right off rip is kind of crazy. Yeah, whatever. Because I've been with women that only date Asians, so I get it. All right, this was bruh. All right, we have a Tinder profile here. And in the about me, it says, I'm a woman who knows what she wants. And I respect men who do too. Okay. Sounds like you're a fun person. If you have 185 plus centimeter in height, that's so specific. Wait, I'm a dumb American. So how much is that? Oh my God. What? 6 feet and like some change. So if you're at least 6 feet, sorry, I just burped. An athletic, well-maintained physique, ambitions backed by success. We're off to a good start. And if you're driven by passion, plus your sign is a Taurus. Oh my God. No way. Are you serious? Taurus, Capricorn, Scorpio, Pisces, or Libra. Your personality type is ENFJ, ENFP, or ENTP. Has she dated all types of people to like survey this? Like, no, like this is the exact ones I want. Like your numerology, is that how you say it? Numerology is 2, 9, 11, or 22. What is numerology? What is all this Dude, this person sounds crazy. How do you want such a specific person? How do you know that that's what you want? Like, that's so crazy to me. Like, it was already kind of like goofy to say like, oh, you're off to a good start if you're 6 feet, well-maintained physique, and ambitions backed by success. But that's not out of the norm. Like, I understand a lot of women actually do have preferences like this. Not great. I think it's kind of goofy to have on your profile because you're just automatically weaving out like anybody else. But you know, hey, it's going to save some time. But the next part, driven by passion plus Taurus, Capricorn, Scorpio, Pisces, or Libra. Like, that's crazy. Then you list all the like Myers-Briggs that you like. You only like 3 Myers-Briggs, by the way. And they're like 20 something. Your numerology is 2, 9, 11, or 22. So you're looking for like 0.01% of the population. Yeah, how many Myers-Briggs are there? 16. So you've already eliminated like a majority, a crazy majority too. What is numerology though? Numerology is a system that assigns symbolic meaning to numbers and their potential influence on various aspects of life, personality, and destiny. Sounds like religion or a cult. Well, could be the same thing. How do I find out my? Dude, I have no clue what this is at all. How do I find out mine? So it's based on your birthday? Okay, we just found out August 16th and my year 97. So we got life path number 5. People with a number 5 life path number are on a lifelong adventure. Actually, that sounds pretty right. They are ready for anything and want to soak up every experience this world has to offer. Also true, but isn't that that's so vague? Isn't that a lot of people like that? Life path number 5, people tend to learn by living and don't allow themselves to get stuck in any situation that has outworn its interest. The moment things start to get humdrum, that's a funny word, a person with this life path will move on to something more fascinating. Yo, low key, I'm gonna sound like such a those people that love horoscopes. That kind of is accurate. I get bored of stuff and I do move on to things that are more interesting. That's okay. She might be onto something here. Routine is unbearable to people with a life path 5, so typical 9-to-5 jobs are not appealing to them. Holy crap, we're cooking. Though they will change their career path many times throughout life, positions that allow them freedom to make their own decisions will be the most satisfying. And whether on or the job or off, making time for travel will be key to feeling fulfilled for those with this life path. Okay, all right. I originally was going into this about to rip on this. This is actually pretty accurate so far. Granted, it is very vague, so it is kind of like horoscopes. You guys go on this website. I think it's numerology, or any website, I guess. Let me know what your guys' life path is based on your birthday, and then also let me know what that means. like a little synopsis in the comments on if it's accurate or not towards you guys, because this is actually kind of accurate. Meeting new people is not a problem for the person with this life path. Yeah, that's true. Very social creatures. Let's go. By nature and enjoy engaging with others. What is more difficult for the people is maintaining friendships. For these people, maintaining friendships and romantic relationships beyond the initial stages. Wow, is that part accurate? Maintaining friendships isn't right. I have a lot of lifelong friends, but romantic relationships beyond the initial stages is to a T, dude. I am so bad at committing. They have a tendency to lose interest and bow out before there is a chance to make a deeper connection. Wow, this is actually so accurate. I feel like I'm in therapy. When they are in a relationship, people with a life path number 5 make exciting partners who want to show and share everything with their companion. However, their fickle and flighty nature makes it tough to ever really get close. If there is one thing a life path 5 person's life will never be, it's boring. Let's go. To them, life is about experimenting and engaging and learning and enjoying, and they can't wait to take it all in every single day. Damn, that is so accurate. Anyone with the 5 life path doesn't always know exactly where they're going, but they're guaranteed an epic journey. I can't believe I'm falling for this. This is so accurate. Wow, that's crazy. Did she have 5 listed? No. Yeah, this woman would hate me. First off, going back to the post. Sorry, we went on a huge tangent, but I'm not 6 feet. So that's an automatic no. I would say I have a pretty athletic build. Ambition, yeah, kinda. Yeah, I would think I'm pretty ambitious considering the YouTube and everything business that I got. So those 2, yes. So 2 out of 3, right? But then I am not any of these signs. I am Ian. Oh, actually, I'm not these. I'm EMTJ. Damn, so we're not a match. Well, it's cool. She sounds like a silly person anyways. All right, moving on. I sold chat. So we've got a message exchange on Hinge. So OP messages an intro line based on her picture, and it looks like a mirror picture in a changing room. And then he goes, "You got to be mixed, right?" And then she goes, "You'd be correct. Can you guess with what?" I'm going to go with half beautiful and half gorgeous. Oh, that's a good one. I'm going to also have to steal that one. That's fire. She goes, "Ding, ding, ding." He goes, "Yes, do I get a prize?" "Oh, never mind. I already found one. Her name is..." Oh, and they said her name. Oh, dude. Wow. You are killer. Holy crap. That's like next level Riz right there. Whew. And then someone said, and then you never heard from her again. That is how it be sometimes. Someone then responded, I find that Tinder and job hunting have a lot of similarities. You swipe right like mass applying, and when you get a match, the interview can go either good or bad, but most of the time you get ghosted without a response. Then life moves on and depression kicks in. I wouldn't say the depression part. Everything about that is accurate, but the depression part, no, it's just the way it is. You don't get too sad about it. Don't get hung up. There's plenty of people. Did she reply? Nah, it was too good, and she didn't know WTF to do. Tale as old as time. Yeah. I mean, that's a great line, though. All right, next one says, am I wrong if I just don't say anything? All right, so somebody messaged their intro line saying, first thing I gotta know, and this is important, if you could only watch one of this for the rest of your life, so which would you pick? Disney, Cartoon Network, or Nick? Easy. Correct answer is Cartoon Network. And then the other person goes, Nick. Wow. The driest response, just Nick. She didn't even hit you with the Nickelodeon, bro. That is a dry ass answer. He goes, okay, that's valid. Let me hear your top 5. Then I'll tell you mine. He's doing his best here, or whoever this is. She goes, I truly don't care, LMAO. Wow. And that, don't even respond. Not even worth it. If she doesn't care in the conversation, then it's not worth your time. Yeah, you are not in the wrong if you don't say anything. I wouldn't either. Different people, just move on. Yeah, exactly. She sounds boring as fuck. Not OP's first time asking about cartoons. Apparently a big deal for him. Oh, is that a thing? You're not wrong. They're also not wrong for declining the assignment. Yeah, true. Like, she probably just isn't into that. All right, the opposite of a pickup line. All right, here we go. So OP goes, LMAO, where are you from? The other person goes, heaven, obviously, with the eyes rolled. Oh, brother. All right. OP goes, no wonder you look like that. Did you land on your face? Oh, that's hilarious. Dude, what? Wild. Reverse pickup line. Roll for attack of opportunity. That's funny. Some D&D. Bro leaned right into her narcissism. Well done. Yeah, that's actually funny. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Let's move on. All right, next one. This made me laugh a little. Poor dude. All right, so we have a guy's Hinge profile, and then one of the prompts said, my biggest date fail. Helped a girl at a concert up to crowd surf. Then her friend told me that she wasn't trying to crowd surf. She was trying to talk to me. No, God, that sucks. And imagine if they're like anxious towards crowd surfing and you just like, yeah, let me help you. And she's like, no. Dude, that sucks. Oh, what is this comment? Someone commented saying, I was early on in dating a woman back in the early 90s. Since we were going to the same concert, we had agreed to meet up afterwards so that we could actually talk rather than before. In those days, I was a mosher. I was crowd surfing, and when she saw me and worked her way over to where I was, when I recognized her, I tried to get down. Well, if you've ever crowd surfed, you know nothing goes as planned. She got my size 10 and a half Doc Martens square to her face. She was a good sport about it. We dated for a few more months. We're still friends. And since I'm sure someone will ask, it was Skinny Puppy on the Too Dark Park tour. Don't know that band, but that's crazy. That's a smart move to try to talk to them after or before a concert. Probably after, because like concerts are just not a good like date environment. I mean, it's a good date when you're already dating somebody, but like to meet somebody, because you don't want to be talking during the concert. You know, it's like a movie. All right, next one. Definitely in my top 5 wildest things I've seen on here. So we've got a girl's profile on Hinge, and she says, one of her prompts says, all I ask is that you get me prego. You don't have to pay child support. You can literally block me afterwards. I just want a baby. What? Oh, what in the world? Yeah, that sounds like someone a little too crazy for me personally. But what? Are you serious? That is one of the top 5 wildest things. What in the world? Note, not legally binding. Yeah, for real, because then she could always circle back and get child support. Like what? You can't just block a girl that you get preg to. It's a trap. That's the perfect gift for this. 1000% you're paying child support. If you're not infertile or had a vasectomy, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, there's sperm banks for this. Yeah, what is she doing? Anyways, we're moving on. I have so many questions is the subject of this one. We have a guy's profile picture on Tinder, and on his profile, it's a picture of him wearing a flannel with a band shirt under it, and he's covering, it's a mirror picture. He's covering his face in it too, with his phone, and he's used like Photoshop or something to draw on the picture and say, luscious hair, pointing at the hair, cute glasses, shy, adorable. What the fuck? Sounds like a weeb. Not in a bad way. Hourglass figure is funny. And then he circled his like chest area, or I mean ab area. Then he has his Instagram and thigh gap. I mean, this is kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is funny. I think the only thing that bothers me about this picture is that he's covering his face. I wouldn't cover my face or do a mirror picture. But like if your sense of humor is like this little silly geeky humor, which like it's kind of funny, I go for it. But I don't think you should cover your face, nor should it be a mirror picture. It looks like it's in a public bathroom too. And one of the things on the queen about me is a queen deserves nothing less. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny. Not gonna lie. Who is this king? Yeah, see, someone said it's funny. I actually like this. I agree. I like it. I just think the picture itself is bad, but it's actually pretty funny. This is so funny. This is hilarious. I'd swipe right immediately. Yeah, see? Like, it's definitely got a good sense of humor. I'm here for this. Just better picture, if anything. But yeah, I'm sure the rest of his profile is good, though. All right, next one. What does this even mean? I've seen three profiles with this today, and it says with the key below. And we have someone's Tinder profile. It says short-term, open to long, about me. If you know, you know. I placed the key below. Devil emoji. Dude, that's a bot. That's a bot. Anytime they refer you to like looking at something, usually you look in their pictures or further in their bio, and it'll have like their Instagram or their OF or like some type of link. They're trying to sell you on something, and more than likely it's a bot or a scam account that's trying to get either one of your information, your money through subscription or whatever. It's stupid, and it's mostly Tinder. I noticed that Hinge is really good about bots. Like there's the occasional bots, but they're so on it. Bumble, I think they're pretty good about bots too, actually. I haven't seen too many bots on Bumble, but Tinder is bad. Tinder is tough. Let's read the comments. This is a bot account. She put her snap on her job, college, etc. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, like if they're putting their snap information, and then on their Snapchat, they're usually trying to sell you on something like they're like an OF or something. Her Instagram was on her account. Yeah, there you go. Tomato. She's advertising something. That's how it always goes. Man, those accounts are so silly. I instantly swipe left. Even if they're like extremely attractive, like, you know, you're not going anywhere. All right, let's do one more before we go into the Patreon ones. Or if you're not a Patreon member, we close up this video, which I'll still see you guys tomorrow. Love you guys. All right, we got a profile review here. Oh, I love getting profile reviews or doing profile reviews. And believe it or not, I've had people, this was so surprising to me. I had one person once watch an r/Tinder that they were on and saw my profile review. I thought that was crazy. So, hey, who knows? It might happen. All right, so we got profile review, barely getting matches. All right, let's see what's wrong with his profile if he's not getting much matches. First picture, bold picture. Oh my God. He put in some work. He put like a whole freaking Canva PowerPoint in here. It says, hello, my name is Adam. Why should you match with me? Oh, great. Another guy with a slideshow. So he has a slideshow. What the fuck? I've never seen this. Do people do this? Chat, let me know. All right, so we got a picture of him. It's a mirror picture. And yeah, it's like photoshopped and everything. Okay, interesting. He has Michael from The Office. I'm ready to get hurt again. Okay, that's kind of funny. Monday, Tuesday. So he's got like a whole thing here. And then also on top of that, it says, the first item on my bucket list is ... go to Yosemite National Park. That's a cool thing. Oh, it's an actual PowerPoint. Like, he's full on got this as a PowerPoint. Interesting. So this looks like a template that you find in like Canva. So he's got quick facts, and it's got 4 photos in one photo. It says, a picture of him smiling, owner of a kind of pretty smile, can lift you up probably, and it's a picture of him at the gym. His motorcycle has a pretty cool bike, according to mom. And then his cat has 6 cats. Wow, 6 cats? Dude, all right. Before I let me keep going. Or, matter of fact, I need to just critique each thing as I go because I'm going to forget. All right. PowerPoint, I'm not a fan of it personally for a guy unless you're going for a girl that likes like a little bit of like silly nerdy humor. It's giving a little bit of like nerdy, and if you're going for that specifically, then that's fine. But to me, I think to address more of like the common girl, it all depends on if you're targeting a very niche type of girl. But to me, I don't like the PowerPoint idea. Let's say if you absolutely want to keep the PowerPoint, first thing I would do is first picture shouldn't be like this scattered. It's just too much going on. Also, I feel like you're actually a good looking dude. You can do better than this picture. And I know you're a good looking dude because of this picture with the smile. Like that is a great picture. And then another thing I want to critique is there's just too much going on. There's so many pictures. There's so many, and yeah, there might be a girl out here that likes that, but to me, it just seems like a lot. Like if I saw a girl's profile and it was like this, I'd be like, oh my God, this is like so much going on. Like there's 5 pictures in this picture, and it says all his friends are cool people, enjoying hike, will go to rave anime con with you, frequent volunteer, collects cool stickers. If you're going for a very niche girl that is also like a little nerdy weeby, they might like this. I could see them possibly like this. I just think it's a lot. Interests are anime, movies, cafe hopping, esports, online games. Yeah, I like that. I mean, I'm into like half or more than half of those. Pros of dating me. Oh man, see, it's too in depth. I feel like for a date, I know this is gonna sound weird, but for a dating app, you want to leave some mystery for the conversation. Pros of dating me. Between us, you'll definitely be the better looking one. Oh no, don't do that, dude. No, don't do that. That's like a sign of like insecurity right off rip. Even if you are an insecure guy, maybe like, see, you're a good looking guy. Don't put yourself down right off rip like that. I mean, you might find somebody that's into that, but just me big brothering like advice. Going to put as much effort into dating as he did with this slideshow. Okay, yeah, that's a valid point. Dank meme sticker collector. Okay, as a freelancer, can go on a date almost anytime. Okay. We'll take good pics for your IG, internet humor, pop culture connoisseur, can make a mean, I guess that's a dish from his culture. Also replies to text freakishly fast. Don't put that. That's really needy and like, see, a lot of this could be put in your bio, right? And I would condense it more. I would just put like pros of dating me, right? And then list a few of these. Like I would keep can go on a date, is a freelancer, can go on a date, or I don't know, that might make you sound too available too. I would put, if you're going to keep the slideshow, which I would advise against, but if you're going to keep it, you can put this one, put as much effort into dating as you did with the slideshow. You can put the food one. People love food. We'll take good pics for you for IG. That's a good one too. But like, don't make it too much. Like this is way too much, man. Oh my God, like you got reviews in here too. This is a lot. Reviews, the most handsome boy I've ever seen, grandma. Okay, that's kind of cute. What do you mean? See, he's got all these reviews, right, that are funny. I could see you having one of these pictures on your profile. 2 max. Like you could pick the reviews one because it's funny, or you could pick, like, these are just too much. Maybe, see, I don't even think you should have that one. I don't know, chat, you guys let me know what you think. I could be completely wrong, and this is just from my experience dating. This is a lot. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Since you're here, what do you think about swiping right? And $1 Million Baby is his anthem. Yeah, like if you were to keep one slide from this specific slide, I would keep this one. But the rest of them, because the reviews one's kind of funny. The rest of them, like this can go in your bio. Have like just full pictures. Don't have too many pictures too. You have too much going on. If I had to pick from just these pictures, this one's got to stay because you have a really nice smile. I'd keep the cat picture somewhere in there. I'd take out the mirror pictures. If you had to keep a mirror picture, maybe the gym one, show that you at least work out. But that, even then, pick one of these group pictures. They're kind of messy though. There's like a little bit too much. Maybe the volunteer one or the hiking one. Too many mirror pictures. This one's funny, I guess. I would keep the reviews one if you want. I feel like he's a good looking guy. You can find better pictures. I know that's kind of mean, but like I feel like you could. I just want to help this guy out now. I think if this best represents your personality, you should do it. I do agree that some women on here will see it as too much. Yeah, that was my point. But some will obviously absolutely love it, and those are the ones worth trying for. Okay, yeah, that was my point. If you're going for a very niche specific type of woman that likes this, you might find it. I still advise, even if you are going to keep this, I would take out the really insecure ones. Like, just even if you are just personally, as a big Asian brother, I would take out like you're definitely gonna be the better looking one. Just don't say anything about that. But yeah, I like it. There was 2 flags for me through the whole thing. Between the 2 of us, you'll be the better looking one is probably crossing the line of self-deprecation to false modesty. Yeah, see, I agree. I that was one of the ones I would instantly take out. 6 cats immediately made me think of the cat smell. Yeah, that is a lot of cats. I fully agree. And you gotta leave some room for them to get to know you too. Like, and they can find out that you get 6 cats. But yeah, that's my profile review. Anyways, we're gonna end it on that note. I hope Adam here finds a wonderful lady that likes him. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. For all the Patreon members, I got some silly ones for you guys. But if you're not, all good, no problem. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.